Hello, this is the Rest of One Healer Tarot 9 here on YouTube. I wanted to do a storyline reading on a young lady who was murdered by the police days ago. Let me just find her name. Okay, Miss Sonya Massey, if I'm saying it right. Let's see. Miss Sonya Massey. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to show a picture of her. Okay, here's a picture of, whoops. Is this a video? Okay, I don't like having people videos. Let me just see. I'm trying to just have a picture of her. Let me just see if I can find just an image. Bear with me. Okay, Miss Sonya Massey, 36 years old, was murdered July 6th, 2024, was shot by a deputy for holding a pot of hot water. Let me just see if I can. Okay, this is a picture of Miss Massey, I see, right? I'm trying to make it smaller, but well, this is the best I can do. I'm trying hard to make it little, but here's a picture of her. You can see. Okay, where was this? News? Okay, it was said that the police officer's body camera was off during the time of the shooting, the murder, but then he turned it on afterwards. Why, I don't know. And it was a lot of cursing. I didn't see it and hear it. I'm just speaking on what I heard said on the internet, okay? So okay, universe, you know all about this situation. Miss Massey, it said that Miss Massey called for help. She called 911 because she thought it was an intruder in her home, evidently. But I don't know what happened between her calling and then her being murdered, because how did they even get in? Did she let them in? Was her door unlocked? Did they kick the door in? Or how did they even get in the first place to shoot her? What words was even being exchanged? If the body camera was off, you don't even know what words was exchanged. What area does she live in? What kind of place is this? What kind of area does she live in? Because What kind of stuff is this? I just don't understand. Somebody call for help. You shouldn't be going hurting the people who call you. You're supposed to knock at the door. You call or whatever, and then you talk to the person. So I don't understand what happened here. How did they get in her house? Did they kick the door in? Was the door open? Did they demand the door be open and she didn't get to it fast enough and they kicked it in? Or what happened here? Because she the one that's calling for help. So if she calling for help, what are you doing murdering her? And then deciding to turn your body cam on later on. You don't just decide to turn your body cam on and off when you get good and ready. I know I heard on Amber Geiger on her the situation with her back then with the body cam being off. It said that if they talking to that lawyer, it can be turned off only. Okay, if that's the case, why was this deputy, why was his body cam off and he decided to turn it on after the fact? Get what I'm saying? Okay, so let's just Miss Massey. Really, Miss Massey want her back, but that can't happen. That can't happen. Wait a minute, bear with me. Bear with me. I'm gonna pause for a minute. Okay, I'm back. Bear with me. Okay, now let's just start the storyline reading from Miss Sonya Massey, a 36-year-old young lady who had lots of life to live, a mother, a daughter. I don't know if she had sisters and brothers, but if she did, sisters and brothers, family who loved her, all her family, whoever she had, and whoever her friends were. Her life was just snuffed out like she was a bug on the floor. It was handled lightly, like that's dangerous though, to handle people's lives lightly. We're talking somebody's life, their life, to take the breath out of their body, their life. To take the breath out of their body that God gave them, that nobody else can give them but God. And you took that lightly. You decided, well, I'm just going to take the breath out of her body because I can do just that. And I don't care nothing about them taking the breath out of her body. It's just like I'm just stomping on a water bug. There's something wrong with that picture. There's a lot of revamping needs to happen in the world. In a lot of cases, this world needs a revamping of everybody, every department, everybody, every company, everybody, because it's ridiculous. Nobody in their right mind should think it's okay just to go murder people and say, okay, and just make excuse for it. We got people who kill people because they standing on their land in the Carolinas or wherever they live at. Oh, and I think the judges condone it and say that, condone it as far as letting the people be let out. Oh, well, it's justified because he's standing on his land and all this kind of stuff. So, oh, he can murder somebody because they're standing on somebody's land. Think about how that even sounds. Somebody standing on somebody's land, you can just kill somebody because they're standing on your land, on your property. Last I checked, every piece of land that's out here on this earth belongs to God. Every piece belongs to God. Man just seems to feel like they're entitled to God's land. What grow the ground is God's. The land is God's. So let me just get back to Miss Massey. It took me there because people sit and say something justified. It's never justified to take somebody's life. It's never justified because you don't give life. You didn't get a person life. Okay. Universe, you know all about it. I just saw a card. So Miss Massey, she could have been confused because I saw a card that shows that. But it says she need to get a cell phone for help. And she did do that. I wish I could get my hands on it. I wiggle too fast. God will bring that card out. That's just how good God is. If God wanted it on the table. But you heard me say it though. She is confused. And on the back of the card it says, get your cell phone for help. And what she did, got her cell phone for help. Because what? She is confused. She thought somebody was in her house, right? Because right here, the stalking had to end. So if she thought somebody was in her house, that means somebody is stalking. They traveling, they moving about in her house, and she wanted it to end. Follow me. Okay. Let's just flow. Universe, you know all about it for Miss Massey. So let me take something over here for Miss Massey and try not to make it long, but it gotta go like it has to go when it come down to God. However God bring it out, it's gonna come out for Miss Massey. Deep. Here's Miss Massey, the angel Miss Massey. Peeping through the peephole, Miss Massey. Because if she thought an intruder was there, it's like she peeping through the peephole. Peeping through, wait a minute, look like something ain't right in here. Get what I'm saying? The angel Miss Massey. Let's just flow. It's not like they looking for the person who did it. Look at God. Look at God. God said Miss Massey was a blessing. That's what God says. These are like green. And here, this will be the cops on this side. They don't even like me. They like green. You can't see them. They don't even like me. But God says she a blessing. Get what it's saying? She a blessing. She bring blessings. Get what the card's saying for her storyline? Okay, let's just go. She was shackled down at the house. So either they knocked, or they rung the bell, or they didn't. I don't know which one they did, though. She not here to tell us. Okay, let's just go. Universe, you know all about it. Miss Massey, tell your story, Miss Massey. She is feeling detention time. Detention time would be inside her house right then because the cops had the gun on her, so it was like she was under arrest, you might as well say. She was stuck. Get what I'm saying? Detention time. She was trying to be cordial. Get what it's saying? Right? She is trying to fix her problem here. But they was also diapering their problems because they had some kind of problem. Because they felt like they was done. They was done with, I guess, talking or whatever. I don't know. She said something or they said something. So I don't know how it went right now until I just do the storyline. Deep. Like a lion to her cub. Okay, let's just flow. Let's get some cards over here for Miss Massey. Universe, you know all about this young lady. You know all about this young lady, Universe. You know all about her situation. Why did the cops? It got to be some racial cards got to come out. They got to come out. It got to come out. It got to be racial cards, sadistic cards, racial cards, submissive cards, the white life cards. Something got to come out to show these people demeanor, because if she called for help, why are you murdering her? So it got to be something to show what kind of people these people are, because God says, how much would it take for them to have a stable mind, whoever did the shooting? Okay? Let's just flow. It's something about just one person or all of them or whoever it is, right? God didn't want her to overtalk. Get what God's saying. Miss Massey, don't overtalk. Don't talk too much. With this card, it means the person like a ticking time bomb. Don't say too much. Even if you're dealing with the cops or whoever you're dealing with, it don't have to be the cops, but whoever you're dealing with, whoever it might be, God might say, don't overtalk. Just don't talk too much, because God know the person. And God might be saying, well, whoever this man is, God's saying, don't overtalk, Miss Massey. Just don't talk a lot, Miss Massey, because God already know this man a ticking time bomb. Or if it's your guy, something God already know how he capable of, and God might say, just let him think he having his way. If it keeps you safe for right now, let him think so. Whatever God might be saying when God says don't overtalk. Because something was in the drawer. Find it is in the drawer. They said she had a pot holder. Maybe she went in the drawer for that. I just don't know. Or something just in the drawer in general that her family need to go look in the drawer and find. I don't know. Get what I'm saying? Okay, let's just flow. Let's get some for Miss Massey. Universe, give me some for Miss Massey. You know this young lady. You know all about her, universe. For Miss Massey, why did this man, this deputy, murder her? In cold blood. He was heartless. He was heartless. So I already know if he is heartless. He was heartless. Pitter-pattering around. Take it away from the love part, and I gotta put it with just a regular. He was talking right here. I'm hearing gibberish. Gibberish. If I'm saying it right, gibberish. I'm trying to say it right, gibberish. Something like that. You know what I'm saying. Only you, babe, gotta take it away from romance, where his focus was her. He's talking gibberish. If I'm saying it right, I'm keep trying to say it right. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Let me just see. I gotta look it up because I'm saying it wrong, I think. I'm hearing, that's alright, that's alright. Okay, why am I hearing that? Okay, gibberish. Anyway, that's what I'm hearing, but I can't seem to find it, okay? But anyway, it's holding me up. I can't be held up like that. Let me just find some more. Okay, universe, give me some cards from this Massey universe. You know all about it. Miss Massey, and why did this deputy decided he wanted to just murder her, like her life didn't matter, like she is just a bug on the floor, like she's a piece of garbage he can just throw in the trash. He took her life and treated her life like a piece of garbage. Her life. Not her hat. Her life. There's some sharp words maybe he had toward her. I don't know what she said back. He wanted her to chew on it for a while and pull whatever he was saying, because she might have thought she had a connection some kind of way, because she was calling 911, but it was dismantled with the cops. Because here he is, he committed. He might have been on pills, follow me. Or he might have been asking her, was she on pills, was she drinking, or anything like that. Because this card means, if they asking her, is she on pills, if she drink, or anything like that, she trying to convince them, no, I'm not, I don't do that, anything like that. Follow me? He might have been asking her anything like that. He gonna boo-hoo because he going to jail. He committed senseless act, God says. Because unusual, he dealing with a spectrum. He might have thought everybody he run into that look like her is on pills. Or drink or drugging. That's like it is where I live at. That ambulance. People seem to think everybody is. They seem to think, some of them, I can't put all of them in it, but someone seem to think everybody's a drug addict. Everybody's a drug addict. Everybody has AIDS. Everybody's a drug addict. Everybody's not a drunk and a drug addict. Because they got skin like this. Can you see my skin? Okay. Okay. Are you calling? Too much chocolate. She was a black lady. Too much chocolate. She might have been nice. Too much chocolate. Too much nut. She might have been nice. She might have been calling. She might have. Did she call more than one time, I wonder? I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to get some cards. Let me just get these cards in the juice. One more. Okay, and here's some more. Okay, let's just flow through Miss Massey, Universal Universe. Because I'm hearing, it's alright, it's alright. I don't know, does she have a love interest? I'm hearing, it's alright, that's a love song. Or she might be saying it out to her family, telling her family, it's alright. She might be saying it out to her parents. Look, boy, I felt that. I felt that, Lord. I felt that. Felt that, Miss Massey. Mention me. Miss Massey, mention me. Tell her. Tell my mommy. Because it had to be a mommy or her sister. Mention me. Sonya. Tell my mommy. Okay. Because you heard me say not too long ago that she might be saying it out to her parents, because I keep hearing, it's alright, it's alright. If I'm saying it right, I gotta hear a little bit more of it. Well, I mean, I need to see a little bit more of the lyrics. Bear with me, because sometimes lyrics mean something, and I have to make sure I kind of relay it out, because she had to be talking to her parents. It's all right, Ma. It's all right. Let's see. Bear with me. Well, that's what I'm hearing. It's all right. I was hearing, it's all right. It's all right. Okay, let's see. Here they are. I'm not tolerating you. I'm not tolerating you. She's in affordable housing. Housing that she could afford. Get my drift. Okay? She see it now. Okay, what's next, God? Kind of noises. Kind of make for noises. Oh my goodness. Let's just flow for Miss Massey. Universe, you know all about this young lady. You know all about this young lady. Let's just flow. You know all about this young lady. She is seeing the positives, maybe in the officer or in the policeman, period, because maybe one of them had a checkered past, or somebody she know personally had a checkered past, and she's seeing the positives. I don't know. Let's just put a little bit for Miss Massey and about this young lady. Okay. So we have right here with the cops, there's questioning her ability to be a star. Get what I'm saying? With this storyline, to be anybody in life, to be important. Be important. Questioning her ability. You ain't nobody. You ain't gonna be nobody. But it's gonna be court here because it was unjust what was done to Miss Massey, God says. It's unjust. Because you committed a senseless act right here, God says, and you're going to jail if you're not in it. You didn't look at black as beautiful. This is a racist card. But if I take it to her, black is beautiful, and she knew she was beautiful, her black skin. I'd be shocked if I don't see no racial cards in here. There got to be racial cards in here or sadistic cards. It got to be something because you shouldn't have murdered this lady, Miss Massey. She might love music. You're just going to accept any money given to you. So maybe you got on the police force for money. Or maybe you flirted with her. I don't know here. Because she was gorgeous. Let's just go out. Because your camera was off. So nobody knows anything. They had to take your word. Because she's not here to talk. This is a disease card right off the bat. This is a disease card. Goodness gracious. This is a negative card though. My life matters. Know that. If you have a disease, you got to tell him or her. This is a disease card. This is really a HIV card. Can I just tell you the truth about it? This is an AIDS card. HIV AIDS card right here. My life matters. This is Miss Massey. Get my drift? So either you could have been trying to make a move on her some kind of way. If not trying to make a move on her, I'm just going to use it another way. If you wasn't trying to make a move on her, I'm going to say that you just diminished her life. Because right here she's saying, my life matters. If you have a disease, tell her. So, if not a real disease, with this storyline, I'm going to take it as this was a fatal disease. This is a fatal. HIV is fatal. So I'm going to turn it around if you wasn't trying to make a move on her and take it as, I'm going to take it as you had a disease of being racist. That's like a disease. Right? She was nervous around a pyramid of people. It could have been at least 3 of you in there, or 2 of you, and she made 3. However it goes. Here she is to her mommy. Mention me. The brass love 1, healer to row 9. Mention me. Sonya. Tell her, tell my mommy. Or her sister. Gotta be a female that love her. You know, any your average Jane below this gotta be her parent, somebody who love her, or her sister. Okay, tell your story, Miss Massey. Tell your story. Tell your story, Miss Massey. To your family, tell your story, Miss Massey. Show up in your story now, Miss Massey. So we have right here that he was trying to, I guess this officer was trying to see how long it was going to be with Miss Massey. Or was she waiting for somebody, her own self? Because it's a female card. She was wondering how long it's going to be with a female. She was waiting for a female, or one of them men was acting feminine like a female. Something was going on. One of them had female ways or whatever, because it's a female name on the back. Either she is waiting for a female herself, and then maybe she's going somewhere or whatever, or we got one of these officers that might have been kind of acting like a female somewhat. Not on the outer part, but something about them. Feminine ways or whatever. Because that's a female card. Let's just go. She had a blank look on her face. So what? What's next? Trying to tear her down. So they was trying to tear her down. Both of them or one of them. God said she had pretty eyes. We must talk. So they wanted to talk. So let's go. She wanted sensitivity and tenderness. Follow me. Okay, she is coping with a job. Right. But I don't feel like it's her. I feel like it's the cop. Or it could have been her or both of them. I just don't know right now. Let's see. We must talk. She is coping with a job that she was kind of tired of, that she wanted a new job, or this the cop. He was coping with this job, but he really wanted another one. Take it however it goes. She wanted to be free to make her own choices. Why does she allow others to dictate her religion and have rules over her? So right here with this, right here, this would be religion. Somebody dictating her religion, or this is the cops giving her rules. But then if we turn it to the cops, whoever this cop was, he's saying that he wasn't going to let her dictate and make the rules and change the rules. He is going to be free to make his own choice, what he wanted to do. He ain't caring about the rules, get what I'm saying? He was going to make his own choice. So we have right here that she had to beware the hot spots and be alert. But also him. So I don't know where she lived at. He might have felt like it was a hot spot some kind of way. But she had to beware the hot spots and be alert. So they said she had a pot holder, and if she had a pot of water, maybe she was going to get her pot holder to put on the pot, because the handle would be hot. And it would be a hot spot on that handle. Follow me? So we have right here that you'll have to be strong for the best outcome. Are you holding on for dear life? So she was trying to be strong for the best outcome. She had to hold on for dear life after being murdered. After being wounded. I'm sorry. She was going to let her sounds be heard loud and clear. So she was talking, I guess. Or while she was on the floor, she was moaning or saying whatever, or just talking before she got shot, letting her sounds be heard loud and clear. She had to become what God created her to be at birth, right? And just talk up for herself, because we have right here too much chocolate. So in the storyline, I'm going to say that I'm going to use this as her race. It was too much chocolate. So if she was doing any talking, it was too much for him. He didn't want to hear it. Follow me? Are you calling? So she called for help or whatever, right? But once he got in the cops got in with her, maybe it was a lot of talking going on. Are you calling? Or maybe maybe they was calling her, saying stuff out to her, I don't know. Or let's go a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to go for Miss Massey. Okay. He guilty. Miss Massey say, I love you to her mommy, her sister, any of her relatives out there. He guilty. But everybody know he guilty. But she's backing it up saying he guilty. He had negative. He was negative. Capricorn ways, negative. The devil energy going on with him. She wanted him to lay off. She don't indulge. So I don't know if she ever took anything before, but the way this looking like he seemed to think she did. Follow me? She no longer indulge in whatever he think. Because he wouldn't be answering her questions. She usually would be answering the cops' questions. That's how it goes. There's an affordable housing, something she could afford. She decided she only want to put up with their crap, but I feel like it was the cops. They decided they didn't want to put up with her. Right? So in full, they were saying whatever they were saying to her, and they wanted her to understand what they were saying. So a connection got dismantled as far as maybe the fussing, disagreement, or whatever it might have been like. Or this would just be the murder. So we have right here forcing herself to deal with the hurt of how maybe they was talking to her, maybe, or just the hurt and pain of being shot and wounded. Ask herself why she stayed. Or we have this cop. He was dismantled from a connection with his police force. He need to ask his own self why he stayed, forcing himself to just deal with the hurt and just stand there when he know he really want to leave, if it's anything like that. Okay. She had to accept defeat and just adapt, or he did, with his police force or hers dealing with the policeman. There was some choice words with her and the policeman with some defeat. So we have right here crazy love, crazy love. He pictured a crazy love. I don't know if this man flirted, but the camera was off. Unless she had a love interest. Did she have a love interest? Crazy love. Let me see something. Let me just look real fast. See if I see a love interest in here, I can playtime. Playtime is romance or business. Let's see something. I gotta see if it's a I gotta see because no. I gotta see. That's all I got to say, Lord. I got to say. Bear with me. Sir, you stepped out of line flirting. I gotta see. If I don't see no love interest card, see pitter patter, and that's a flirting card also. Okay, let's just see. I'm trying to see though. Trying to see here. I mean, I don't see where she had no X or nothing. I'm not seeing no X here. See no man or hers. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't see a man. Here's the secret. The brass love one. Miss Massey gonna tell her secret in this storyline. Miss Massey gonna tell her secret. Tell your secret, Miss Massey. Tell your secret, Miss Massey. Deep. Okay, life was like a movie. Checkered pass. I don't know if she had a checkered pass or he had a checkered pass. Deep. So far, I don't see no ex. I don't see no man of hers in here. I don't see no man of hers in here. None whatsoever. A man of hers. I don't see any. I don't see she is drug addicted. I don't see none of that inside here. With these cards I got. And let's go give you another batch. Oh yeah, let me say this because I'm getting ready to say some stuff in this storyline because of what I see right here. I don't see no ex of hers in this batch of cards. Right? So I'm getting ready to take this down a road. Right? This for entertainment purposes only to those who take it as entertainment. You don't have to take anything that go on my table as fact. I just take it as fact because God put it on the table. Get what I'm saying? You don't have to take nothing as fact. That is true. I just do. Okay? Now, since we got that clear, back to, I'm going to say to the programming, to this right here. Or she wasn't going to be programmed. Get what I'm saying? Right? So we have right here. I'm going to put this with that cop because I don't see no love interest in this set of cards. He was picturing it a crazy love. Follow me? He wanted her to be cordial because he has diapered his problems. Whatever he had going on home or whatever. He is feeling detention time at her house or at work. Follow me? Joy bells. He was getting happy some kind of way while parking his car. Right? But God says it's unjust what he did to Miss Massey and he's going to court. Her, him, or somebody have an Aquarius or he an Aquarius sun, right? Or air sign sun that they proud of. Right? So we have 34, 10-year-old, 4-year-old, 3-year-old, somebody 43 or whatever this is. So Miss Massey got along with different people. She should have been an earth angel person. With this card here, usually be an earth angel person. Bringing in all the happiness. Getting along with all races. They opposites because this officer is somebody who don't like black. I don't see no more racist cards, but I saw that one. That's one too many. Follow me? So we have right here that she is in pain, or we got a pain medication right here. So we have someone didn't notice that she was a genius because she was gorgeous, and whoever wanted her to accept any money given, right? But she needed them to respect her, respect one another. To lessen the pain, just respect one another. So they didn't even like her. They don't even like me. They like green, but she is a blessing, God says. So they switched up with sharp words, a sharp tongue, right? Do you love your wife? This is a stepping out card. So whoever this is, might hear somebody was stepping out though, trying to flirt with Miss Massey. Right? She wasn't stepping out with them. She was in her house just calling for help. Right? She was trying to save some money. Okay? She had to acknowledge her wrongs and don't expect it from them, anything she do wrong, and accept it, what she need to change, and they need to also, whatever it might have been. So some kind of way, unless she had a love interest she was going through something with, but I don't see no love interest on the table, dealing with an office, and it's going to be sweet for the family, because we got a secret right here that a male going to tell, or Miss Massey going to tell on this table, or I'm just going to tell the bracelet one. Right? So we have that, it's too late. So she said it was too late for something. So maybe some kind of way, if these officers or one of them was flirting for her, it was too late. They tried to take it back. She was going to tell a secret that she was flirted with. Maybe she was going to go report it to the office. That she was flirted with or anything like that. Unless she had a love interest. But I don't see no love interest on the table. That's a problem. I don't see any. Let's just flow a little bit. Let's go with this one. She see it now. What's next, God? I see it. What you want me to see, God? Because they was closing us what they wasn't. Good servants. Right? Protect and serve, right? They supposed to protect and serve. She didn't call them to kill her. She called for help, right? So they's posing, right? She is seeking refuge. Wasn't she in a home, right? Safety, right? Next one is what? She is going to be on any kind of social media or TV, and she is, right? Well, this person didn't want to be on there, right? She had to play ball with her life in the best ways, only. And make changes, all the necessary changes in her life she made, if it was any to be made. She is devastated, following. She is dealing with a spectrum, and it was unusual. Whoa. If she wasn't happy with things, she had to do things right in her life. Or as far as this night here, or day, or whenever this was, this happened. Did she have burdens? But if this officer felt like he had burdens, he was going to do things right. Right? And make all the necessary changes. Because we have right here that I'm ready. No more. So she's saying no. She's saying no. No more. No. She's saying no, whatever it is, to something. He's the officer. I'm ready. If it's not her, I'm ready. Or it's him on both sides. I'm ready. No more. No more stalling. I'm ready. Come on, or whatever. But he shouldn't be going there fussing about anything to her, but just talking. This card usually go with somebody just tired of me. I'm ready. Come on, let's get something done, or go wherever, or whatever the person's saying. And then the person said, no, no more. I don't want it, or whatever they're saying. Let's just go a little bit. Because this officer wanted playtime. Talk business or talk romance, follow me? But she had to be the best queen she could be. But he wanted to be the best king he could be. The best officer. Here he is. Don't try me. Follow me. Look at the card. Don't try me. See, it's an angel peeping through the peephole. So I don't know if she actually had like a peephole on her door she's peeping through or what. I just don't know. Or God just saying that she is an angel. I feel she was an earth angel person. I see that card. Universe, you know about it. Universe. His camera was off, and then he magically turned it on way later on or whatever. But God said you're going to boo-hoo because you went to jail. You committed a senseless act. She need not over-talk with you, God says, right? Because God know how you operated. But something's in the drawer, family, whatever it may be. I have no idea. Something. I don't know. her drawer, wherever she lived in her things. If you went and collected all her things, everything should be in a bag or something, not thrown away. Maybe you can run across something in her stuff. Okay, we have how much will it take for her to change to have a stable mind? For how much would it take for this officer to change to have a stable mind? I don't see any racist cards, but that one card, those two cards, those many cards I said. Right? I mean, I saw more than one. Wasn't it the, oh no, let's just say. Okay, he wanted her to chew on luxurious, getting some money, making some money. She clapped back maybe. And she was done now. She didn't want to hear no more maybe. So maybe he was trying to get her to engage, take some money. Get what I'm saying? I don't know how this looking. She wouldn't be asking the officers. Because this is a making money card. Chewing on luxurious. You're done. Person saying you're done. Or he's saying he done. He was done. Once she clapped back. He don't want her to tell his secret though. Some type of information that showed it was a lack of love for her. Or he felt it was a lack of love for him, respect. Because he wanted to shackle her down. Or he had her shackled down. Either he rung her bell, knocked on the door, however he got in her house. Okay, he had a checkered past. She was looking at the positives. He might have met her before. I don't know. I don't know. Chatting up a storm. Maybe some talking might have happened before. Enjoying the summer breeze. Maybe outside. Maybe it's not the first time he saw her. He might have thought outside before. Or maybe he was talking. Constantly talking in the house. I just don't know. So we had that. He was forceful, but he needed to be dilute, and she was dilute. Okay, let's just go. Okay, let's just see for Miss Massey universe. Why would you sit there and shoot her? For what reason? If she calling for help, why are you shooting her? Makes no sense. Why would you be shooting a person who calling for you to help him or her? That makes no sense whatsoever. You felt restricted. That you had no way out. You need to apologize, God says. Big time. I'm hearing big time. You need to apologize. You felt you had no way out. You was restricted. Because you made a move, a pass, or what do you call it? I don't see the promiscuous card, prostitute card, or anything like that. But it seems like you tried to offer some money here, looking like. Let's just go. I saw the court card. I just should have left it there. Let me put it back. Let me put it, because I should have just left it there. Let me just put it down. Right here. Will you go to that training? So God had maybe a job for her she was going to be going to, training, interview, or something she might have been going to, and she need transportation to get to it. Or we have right here that you're going to be going to court. And you're going to have transportation because you're not going to be able to drive your actual car. You're going to be transported. No more pill popping, addictions, or anything like that. So some kind of way, it seemed like you thought she was taking pills or drinking or anything like that. And she was telling you no. You felt your time abusing Miss Massey, right? She had to stop thinking she deserved abuse out of you because you was cops. because help was coming. She thought help was coming, but you wasn't help. She pinpointed it once you got there, and she complained. And you was chipping away at her, but God said she was a pioneer, right? I hear one of God's finest, right? So we have working in healthcare industry or working with seniors. God said would be her path because she's an earth angel person. Right? So we have things are starting to look good. She was feeling like things were starting to look good in her life now because maybe some kind of way she was doing something or getting ready to start something or whatever. I don't know. Okay. She had to beware the Lord thinker, and you was a Lord thinker. We got 601-106. It could be a court date or anything, time, birthday, anything. Okay. You act just as ugly as stink. You was acting just as ugly as stink to Miss Massey. Okay. You wanted her to plant a seed of playful energy. Well, she wanted you to plant a seed of playful energy, not being so mean and aggressive, or you wanted her to plant a seed of playful energy because you was flirting. Okay, let's see. And she don't have to take your advances if she don't want. Okay, so cop or no cop, she don't have to give in to you with her body. Okay, so we have right here that this is a dying card. It's not ordinary that for her, but she was dying. Well, she got an epiphany, but that is the dying card. Let's just see what comes behind it. (41), number 14, number 5, God's number of grace. Okay, she was feeling whatever city she lived in. She was wondering if it was her fault that she was tangled up with these people, policemen, because once they came, she was stuck. Or they was trying to blame her for something, anything like that. Okay, she loved music. Black is beautiful. So this is a racist card. She loved her race, but whoever this cop is, or more than one of them, they didn't seem to think black was beautiful. It's a racist card. He questioned her ability to be a star, to be anybody in life, to even breathe good, or whatever it is he thought about her. Because she was black. She was in a certain area, remember? So we have right here that she was dealing with a Judas. Because he's supposed to have been a police officer, somebody who's supposed to have been coming to help her. But he did the opposite. Look in the Bible at the Judas. Sitting beside Jesus, then what? Know all the time that he is going to go and betray. And go tell the enemy whatever it is. You get my drift. Go look at the Bible. Right? With the Judas. She was dealing with a Judas. And the cop coming, posing as what the cop wasn't. To protect and serve her. He was a Judas. Get what the card telling you. She thought she was going to be a wonderful conqueror if he come and help her. But it didn't go that way. It went the opposite. He wanted to become the conqueror when it was all over with. I know love must flow from both ways. This is a romantic card, but I'm going to take it another way because it's not a romantic storyline, okay? I know love must flow from both sides. That means, in this storyline, it means I respect you, you respect me. Get what I just said, right? It need a flow. You respect me, I respect you. It's not you disrespect me and treat me like I'm garbage and I'm supposed to respect you. It goes equal. Get what I'm saying? You respect me, I respect you. Right? You need to go both sides. It is your turn to prove to me. Right? We got number 6, number 38, 83, number 3, number 11. Could be kids' ages, could be whatever it could be, right? Birthdays or whatever. So we have right here that she was just sad for Miss Massey though. Just sad for Miss Massey's storyline. Miss Massey. Miss Massey was in a fortress at the time. You can't see them good because they are light green. Miss Massey was in a fortress at the time. Her home was considered a fortress. Get what I'm saying? A fortress is a place you feel like you're trapped and you cannot get out of. Miss Massey was in a fortress. Her home became a fortress. Why it became a fortress? Because she was held, not hostage, captive, you might as well call it. Because if guns on you, you held. It's like, in a way, you're not really kidnapped, but it's almost like kidnapping you. Somebody kind of holding you at gunpoint where you can't go nowhere. So it was like a fortress. It's like she locked in a freezer and she can't get out. Locked in a safe and she can't get out. You need somebody to open the door and get you out. Get what I'm saying? So with her, she is in a fortress. Her home was a fortress because she had people with guns on her. Follow me? But God said she wanted her freedom from a fortress. And God said she was going to be getting it. And she did get it. But she had to get her freedom from the fortress through death. And that's not right. Here she is. She went back to her soul. It's coming right behind that. Because I told you, through death, that's the only way she got out of that fortress. She had to die. And that's how she got out. Because didn't they bring her out on a stretcher? When they bring her out of there, then she came out of that apartment. But she had to die to get out there. To get from under these people. Get what I'm saying? They thought, well done, though. The person who did the shooting felt well done. But we have right here, this is the God card, though. She went back to her soul. That means when you die, go back to your soul, or you heal your soul. So once she died, her soul was healed. But it also stands for if you're alive and you accomplish different things in your life that break you and wound you and you heal yourself. But that didn't happen for her. She was murdered and she went back to God, and just dying alone, her soul was healed. Get my drift? And God says, well done. Well done. Well done. My channel was about God getting spiritual justice for anybody who murders, abuses, mistreats. My channel was about that. So God is going to handle this policeman, or one of them, two of them, or whoever it was, this deputy, because she called for help. And when you call for help, you're supposed to get assistance. You aren't supposed to get mistreated, mishandled, and murdered. Well, you need not be on the force. She is playing her part. Because love is like a lion to her cub. So, I don't know if she had children in her house or what. I don't know. Because this is, love is like a lion to her cub. So this is a flirting card. So let me just say, this man wanted her to play her part. I'm going to have to change it around. Love is like a lion to her cub. This man might have been flirting. He wanted her to give in, maybe. That was like a lion to her cub. Or I can change it around too. He's supposed to have been a police officer, a peace officer, as they say, right? Peace. He's supposed to have been playing his part and brought peace, not destruction. He didn't have to love her, right? But some kind of way he's supposed to like the people or something. I don't see how you can do certain jobs and you don't like the people some kind of way. Or I mean, if you're getting in certain kind of positions, you're supposed to have some kind of love or like going on. Else you don't need to be in them positions, right? He's supposed to treat Miss Massey like she was his cub and he had real love for her and protect her life and play his part to protect her life, because that's what they say, police protect and serve, right? So he's supposed to protect her like she was his cub, because that's what real love is. You're a peace officer, right? Because he was talking, saying what he was saying to her. Focus totally on her, but then we turn it around. It's a flirting card, saying something out of the way. Focused on her still. I don't see no ex for her, nobody on the table for her, as far as no guy, nothing. Make no excuses for work. He wanted her to make no excuses for work. He wanted her to work harder on probably giving in to what he was saying, maybe. Or he was making excuses as far as his own job that he was just coping with, where he just wanted another job. Or he needed to work harder and just be able to bring in some kind of receipts or whatever to show he's doing his job or whatever this is. That's his flaw. So we have, he needed a center of love. He needed counseling. He definitely needed a lawyer. So he might need some new shoes for court. Or he might have offered her something. You want some shoes? I'll buy you some shoes. I'll buy you something. But she should not settle for the okie doke. Get what I'm saying? Well, she needed counseling. But I don't really see nothing going on with her for her needing counseling. I don't really see anything right off the bat jumping out. I need one more from Miss Massey. Well done. God saying, well done, Miss Massey. Miss Massey was an earth angel lady. God saying, well done. Miss Massey didn't take her life away. It was snatched. It was taken. It was brutalized. This channel is about victims and people who are being treated harshly, murdered, missing, or whatever's going on with them. Abused or whatever. And God going to handle whoever it is. Spiritually. The law does the law thing with man's law, but God deal with spiritual. So when you end up on this channel, God is on you. Or God is getting ready to get on you. Because you're not going to go unscathed with God. Even if you do with man's law, you're not with God's law. And that's just the bottom line to it. It don't matter who you is. Nobody's exempt when it comes down to God. Nobody is this and nobody's that. Everybody's equal with God. You ain't no different than the man on the homeless man ain't no different than the judge. The judge and the homeless man out on the street is the same as far as God concerned. Get what I'm trying to say? Nobody's exempt. God don't care who you are. When God passing out, I'm hearing passing out judgment. I'm hearing when God do the selecting and come after whoever it is for whatever they did wrong. God don't care who you is. God don't care about you wearing a three-piece suit with a vest Three-piece suit with a tie. God don't care who you are. Top hat. God don't care who you are. God don't care who you are. God don't care who you are. You go to. God don't care who you are. Okay? We need some more. I thought that was going to be it. Let's just go. Let's see. Universe for Miss Massey. Miss Massey. Tell some more of your story, Miss Massey. Tell some more of your story, Miss Massey. Information. It's going to motivate. So some information that was going to motivate her. She might have been going to be going for an interview. She might have been going for a new job. She might have been... she might have needed some new shoes because she was going to be doing something good. Or maybe she was going to be going to court. I just don't know. Let's just go a little bit. Okay, universe, you know all about it. She gorgeous. Maybe he wanted her to take some money. He wanted her to accept some money, but he needed to respect her to lessen the pain. During the time shared, roped off, because he was roped off with her. She was in there with this policeman or two or whoever she was in there with, who needed to instill some tenderness. Was watering things down, but they say she was dealing with water, right? She wanted to get her mind settled though, because she wanted happiness again. She wanted happiness. So things went a certain kind of way. It went left, as they call it. You call for help and it goes left when somebody come and murder your family or murder you. That ain't what you call for. You call for help. What did you call 911 for if they're going to come and kill you? What sense do that make? You're not going to be calling them if they're going to be doing that type of stuff. That happens a lot, and that need to change. Where you calling 911 and they come and murdering the person who called for help? What kind of craziness is that? You know, guns blazing. But this man, he had this, I don't know what he had. I didn't look at the video, and I don't care to see it, but I think the video was after he turned on the video. I'm here miraculously. It was a chamber of chaos and negative. Okay. She is being appreciative of her house. That was sufficient. That was her house. She paid rent there. No, no, no. Check her eyesight. She had to check her eyesight. She was saying no to something. No, no, no. Checking her eyesight on something. No. Because she is keeping her ears. She is keeping her ears closed to something. I admit I did it. You're right. It's like somebody say, well, it's like if they ask her whatever questions and she didn't do whatever, and she might say, yeah, you're right, I did it. They say she put her hands up. So if her hands was up, why is she being shot? That second chance card, I don't see the second chance card, the pardon card. If that pardon card come out, because if her hands was up, but I thought they said she got shot after the video camera came on afterwards. So it's like they need to get the facts straight in the news, because I thought they say the camera came on after she was shot. But then people saying her hands was up. Was her hands up or they wasn't up? Was the camera on or was it not on during the shooting? He was letting off everything he can let off, the anger in him, because he abused his power. God says God knew this man. God knew him inside and out, because he was banking on her. Maybe he can go do what he wanted to do, take advantage. We got 211. Could be part of anything from birthday, part of a license or whatever. something over here. He's guilty as charged. It's going to be on letterhead. Somebody else. Didn't we just see Aquarius? Somebody Aquarius said one of them now. Aquarius going to be true. I'm an Aquarius and I'm going to be true. She wanted her freedom. She wanted her freedom. She wanted her freedom after a while. She wanted them just to get out of her house. She called for help, but they wasn't no help for her. Because they was hell-bent on destruction. One of them at least hell-bent on destruction against her. Okay, let's just see. He wanted to be an enabler for her to have financial gain. Well, she was an enabler for him to have, because really if he was doing his job, he needs somebody to make money off of. But he also might have wanted to try to offer her some money. Hold me in your arms. Let's go for a walk. Some kind of way he might have been flirting, I still say, with these cards. But if he wasn't, I guess he wasn't. But, you know, he was picking certain people in the order of black ladies, get my dress, poor ladies, or whatever. Whatever day of the week, he worked hard on it, whatever he did, right? Whatever decisions he was going to make, let's just flow. Okay, universe, you know all about it for this officer. I mean this deputy, right? He might say self-defense, because I'm hearing that song. Who is it? But it may not be the deputy. What they say? They say in self-defense or something. He might say self-defense. Oh my goodness. What is that song? Yeah, he might say he did it in self-defense. Oh yeah. She was keeping her mouth closed about something, or he wanted her to keep your mouth closed. Because steps up was going to be made. He wanted to maybe get further up on the force, or he might have told her he was going to offer her some money she can move from wherever she was moving from or whatever. So we got an X right here. The X is not for her. Nobody is perfect. The person feels nobody perfect. The X ain't for her. So if she is dealing with any kind of X of hers that she had, X person or whatever, the X wasn't for her. But the X thought nobody is perfect. If not an X in no kind of way, we still dealing with this officer, this deputy. Where she made this person as an X because she didn't want to be bothered with this person. She wanted this person out of her house at one point. So that means an X. You want the person gone, get away from here. So we have she was going to be doing a court, some kind of way, a hearing about property or about whatever. And maybe it could have been with an X of hers. Or it don't have to be with an X of hers, right? Okay, she was feeling protected, but that was a book of lies in her head that the police would protect her because it was a book of lies. They didn't. They did everything but that. They came and created a shock wave for her right here. The mastermind. Mastermind card is you plan things out to the T. So if somebody came to her house and her ex or whoever came to her house and he planned on coming and he went and he got whatever he got or whatever, he planned that out, that he was going to go get things and just go it on out. Or if it wasn't an ex, as far as planning things out and getting things out of the house or whatever, and she was going to court about it to try to get it back, or she was going to take the person to court to get it back, we dealing with the deputy. Dad in the car some kind of way and traveling there some kind of way, decided on whatever the person was going to do, came up with whatever plan. That was a shock wave for her. Get what I'm saying? I need some more cards. I'm trying to end it right now. Might be a Virgo, act like a Virgo. He is business-minded thinking because he was doing his job. He's going to court, and things realistically, the reality of things. He didn't want to go to court, or she was going to court with her ex as far as property or anything if they lived together or anything like that. All we dealing with is deputy as far as he going to court. Or he felt like he was going to be going to court if he let her go because he flirted with her some kind of way. So, because he shot her in her face or whatever they said he did, what was all that about? Why? I mean, what was all that about? You know shooting her in her face could kill her. Why would you do that? I mean, what's all that about? I mean, really. She didn't do anything. She didn't do anything for this to be going on, so what's this about? That she could get you put in jail, get you in trouble. No more. I'm hearing self-defense. You want to say self-defense. You want to try to say self-defense. I don't want no self-defense. You had a race problem. Here it is again, another racial card. I'm happy with my race no matter my color. Not my life no matter my color. This will be Miss Massey. You had to see what was troubling you. You had a race problem. Wherever you live. You was trying to make her your plaything. Follow me? Or you thought she was taking you as one. Or you was going to show her you wasn't one. Okay, you was nesting. She wanted what she signed up for. And what she signed up for was for an officer to come and help her. You owe an insane apology to Miss Massey and to her family because it made no sense. God says now's the time. Made no sense what you did to Miss Massey. Made no sense, God said. It was terrible. Stop lying to yourself. Trying to make it right and say that you was right. And saying it's okay to murder a defenseless person that did nothing wrong to you. Stop saying it's right because you lying to yourself. Stop saying. Or stop lying to yourself trying to make it seem like you don't like black people when all the time you might do. I got to change it around because I see the race cards. Right? You're a businessman. You want to have some fun. But you're not going to be having fun with her. You wanted a united front with her. Or her, if she had an ex, he wanted a united front. But she was strong at the point. If it was her ex. But she was strong as far as you two. She was a strong lady. So she was going to be going to court for her ex, or just going out with her ex, going dancing or whatever. She was going to fix her hair up. Or she was going to be going to court for you. She was going to fix her hair up. You was a bunch of willing liars that lie against her. If she would have went to court, taking her as joke worthy, like she was a joke, but you needed to be a realist because something was premeditated before you even got to her house. Or her ex, if she had an ex any kind of way, it was premeditated that he go in the house and get certain items or whatever he might have did. But he should have told her he was coming or anything like that instead of going in without letting her know. Because it would have been where she didn't have to call the cops if she knew he was coming over. Okay, so we have right here, can we really be friends? That would be, if she had an ex, can they really be friends after, I guess, they separated or whatever, if it's anything like that? And God said, what's the cost of her life? Wasting time with somebody who not valuing you. If it was a old love interest back then of hers. But if it's nothing like that and we dealing with the cops, she looking at, can we really be friends? Can we really be okay because you're not treating her right in the house? She see you're not treating her right. God said, what's the cost of her life? So, talking to you. Because you ain't valued the life right there. You're going to just go ahead and just begin and just go forward with your own life. You didn't value her life. Healthy mean that she had to love her first in a relationship, if she had any relationship, or even in the company of you all. She had to love herself first because she was ready for a healthy way of loving, and that is to love herself. If you flirting any kind of way, she didn't have to give them to you. Just because you wear a badge, that don't mean that a lady got to take her clothes off for you. No lady gonna be taking her clothes off for you. Just because you wear a badge, she ain't got to take her clothing off. If there's anything like that, okay? Adapt and accept defeat. She had to adapt and accept defeat from you. Or you wasn't going to adapt and accept defeat. Because you supposed to have consideration for the masses. Because you are a police officer. But God wanted her to do that because she was an earth angel. So we dealing with a bill collector. I'm in a poly relationship. Will this even work? So we have right here that you flirting with Miss Massey here. And you're trying to hook her on some kind of way. Some lady on the side where you're trying to make happen here, or just not a lady on the side, just a lady you have a fling with or whatever. Or Miss Massey had an ex some kind of way that had a lady on the side, anything like that, some kind of way we got. So we deal with the bill collector. Or we can turn it around to business and say that she dealing with a bill collector, and the bill collector would be the cops. Because their job is policing. So it might have been at least 2 police officers in her, standing in that house. So that makes the poly. She did a preview. She was on a battleground with you. If she had an old love interest, he wanted to be put on exhibit. But as far as the cops in the house, we got one main cop wanted to put himself on exhibit, and who did the shooting, whoever this person is. Because if she had an old love interest, she saw her old love interest plenty of times. But this cop, some kind of way, he might have saw her before outside somewhere. When he might have observed, if he never said anything, he might have observed she saw him some kind of way riding around, walking around, or whatever, in the neighborhood or whatever, anything like that. She liked feeling fun and style. So we had something seeping through with this cop. So we had temperatures was rising in all of us, but we gotta learn to control it. So her temperature was rising, the cops was, but they had to learn how to control it. Your life is your own, don't force it on me. So with this storyline right here, if we dealing with an old love interest of hers who was talking to somebody on the side, she's saying his life was his own. She not gonna be forced to be stuck with a man who got somebody else on the side. Get what I'm saying? Right? If it's the cop over here, she not going to be forced into something she don't want to be forced into. His life is his own. Don't force it on her. She don't want to be flirted with or whatever. Temperature's rising. So we had wait until Friday, wait until whatever time things will be different. So this card is wait until Friday, wait until whatever day things will be different. Let me finish with this one more. If she had like a old love interest, maybe he was saying that things would be different. If she wait in a couple of days, things would be different for him and her. Anything like that? Or if it's the cops, wait a couple of days and things will be different. as far as I don't really know that with that. Let me see. Because it says someone is not all there. So wait a couple days, things will be different. So that day right there, this cop could have been taking some kind of pills. Somebody was not all there, was resistant. Or he looked at her as being resistant. Maybe in a couple days he would have been different. He wouldn't have been aggressive. Maybe in a couple days he would have been different than how he was right then. What will you do to get that job? Build your future. So some kind of way she might have been looking for work, going for interviews, or doing anything positive and good, whatever it might have been. Or he was trying to, what you call it? Solicit. He was trying to give her money to build her future. If she wasn't just going her own self, going for an interview or doing something good like that to make things happen herself. Because really, he went too far. What is he doing all that for? You gotta look at why did he do all that? I mean, really, what did he do that for? I mean, really, it's not just because even if she called him one racial slur, that don't equal you killing somebody. My grandson said to me the other day, he said, "Grandma, have you ever been called the N-word?" I said, "No." He said, "No?" He said, I get called the N-word all the time. I said, "Oh, people on the games say N-words all the time. They might don't know your race, but they call the N-word a lot. They seem to think that's something to just throw out. They done got comfortable with it." Right, but I'm just not maybe whoever this is somebody who make it seem like in a way they don't like black ladies or black people, but then they want to use them on the side type of person. You know, like it was back then in slavery time. They sitting there making it seem like black ladies and black people was scum and this and that, but you laying down having babies and enjoying yourself with them. All this nonsense. Letting off all your feelings and everything else. And taking advantage, cold advantage. I don't know where she lived at. Maybe you thought that she needed money. I don't know. But anyway, you felt you can just get away with whatever you just want to get away with. Because really, there's no reason for if she had a pot of water, if she was going to take the pot of water off the stove or whatever they was talking about, a pot of water. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what they talking about. This pot of water. They said some pot of water. So maybe he'll try to say the pot of water was he is defending himself because she is going to try to throw it on him. I don't know. Because maybe he's going to try to say it's self-defense. Maybe he's going to say, but I'm gonna claim it's self-defense. You're the deputy, right? Yeah, I don't really see, to me it looks like he was flirting some kind of way, because I don't see what she did nothing wrong to this man to be shot down and murdered. And I put out a lot of cards so far. So I don't see what she did to this man, except for him flirting. That's all I can see. She could tell him anything like that. She could tell him. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me take a little bit more and I'm going to end it. seem like she can tell on him, maybe, Lord. Maybe he was 31. I don't know. Maybe she could tell on him. Was he a God-like husband? He wasn't for her. Or if he had a woman, a wife, or whoever he had, was he a God-like husband? Or a mate? Because if he flirting with another woman, he not. She need to drop burdens. Don't let this man be hooked to her. But then he also wanted to drop his burdens, and that is get rid of her. Because really, what's the reason for him doing this to Miss Massey? What all people doing all kind of stuff to people out here, and people don't go that far. So that's what I'm saying. What's all that about? Really, what is it about, sir? You can't be like, you wasn't crazy, wasn't nothing crazy about you. You just every step you took, that going to that house where she was at, you took it. You knew just what you was doing. God said that you was thinking about it, and you planned. What you plan, you're going to jail down. That's where you need to be. You're in your dream house, but you're going, and that's where you need to be. Because her life was precious and valuable. And you don't get to just decide her life is nothing. Because she didn't want your advances or whatever. That's what it looked like, as far as I can see. You don't want her to tell on you. I wish I see that hardened card come out. Well, in a way, I shouldn't want to see that because that card kind of makes me mad in certain storylines, so maybe I don't need that to come out. Because that pardon card would mean that she was begging for her life and you shot her anyway. And then I don't even want to think about it. Because what reason for you to shoot her? If they say her hands was up, why would you shoot her? What are you shooting her for hands up? That makes no sense. And what is she getting? What is she even got the gun on her for in the first place? I'm just not getting it. She called you for it. So this story's all screwed up. As far as I can see, you're flirting, sir. And you ain't want her to tell on me. And that's what I see in this storyline. I'm not saying where she did anything to you, mister. For you to do nothing wrong to her, but tell you no. Or whatever she is saying. And you feel like she don't tell you no. And if you got any kind of racism in you, you know, you feel like she don't get to do that to you. 1 minute. I can hear something. Let's see, this should be it. Can you really cook? Because everybody know. Your department, your friends, your family, you know what? That you got some racist ways about you. That you, I don't see the cheating part. That you, anything I see is a racist. I don't see the sadistic. I don't see that yet. I don't know why though. That's just it. Maybe you're not sadistic, but you did. I mean, you should have something negative come out as far as you because you thought it was okay to shoot her down like that. Let's say you treated her like she is trash. Right here. Being harsh to her, Miss Massey. Yes, you did. You're gonna remember this life, mister. You're gonna remember this life here, Miss Massey. You're gonna remember this life. Oh yeah, you're gonna remember this life. God gonna make sure you remember this life. I don't know how many lives you took, but God gonna make it where you remember this one. Shut your eyes, you're gonna remember that one. You shut your eyes, you're gonna remember her. You shut your eyes, you're gonna see her. Open your eyes, you're gonna see her. God gonna make sure that He beat me so much. Holding on to love. So I don't know. I don't know what no love partner or anything like that. I don't know as far as any kind of love partner. I don't know, but I'm gonna take it 2 ways. If she had a love partner and the cop, either way, the cop or a love partner. Get what I'm saying? If it's a love partner, take it as a love partner with these certain cards I said, or all the cards, right? Not all the cards. I can't say that because we're dealing with the cop. This card here, love partner or the cop, he beat me so much in whatever ways, physically, mentally, financially, verbally, emotionally. You heard what I just said, right? Financial. Love partner or the cop. While she is holding on to love, if it was a love partner, or just holding on to just liking, if it come down to a cop. Just being respectable. But cop in a cop's dream house and when we going to jail. Or love interest. Take it however it goes, right? So we have right here, should I forgive for the God mission? Should she forgive what was done to her from the cop or from a lover? If she had one, right? Wrong? Because should she forgive for the God mission? Because she had to do God's mission, right? And usually you got to forgive, right? To be able to get yourself strong to do God's mission. It's nobody's affair but hers. Nobody else's when it comes to her love interest. But this cop felt like it's nobody's concern but you and mine, right? If you have an affair with me or anything like that. Okay, here we have right here, Miss Massey out to her family. I'll love you forever. Mommy, sister, whoever she had, brothers, whoever, kids, whoever she had out there. Be brave and bold in this, right? Okay, so I found the love of my life. We looking for the right house. So some kind of way she found the love of her life, or she was going to be finding the love of her life, and she was going to be looking for the right house. So we have full body, and we got bold again. We got be bold to the family. Be bold. Look at all the details in her case. Every detail it is. Everything. Or even if you look at that video, right? Because we have this creep that try to diminish her love interest, if she had some problem with a love interest, or the cop, or both of them, whenever they did, separately. So we got a love interest, or the cop. One of them has some kind of blister or some kind of sexual issue going on. Remember the first card I started off with way back then? If you looked at the first one I put down, you saw that I picked up a disease card. When you look at the beginning of this video, you're going to see a disease card. So it's going to go with this right here. Get my drift. Love interest or the cop. One of them. We are couple for just more than just for sex, right? If it's a love interest. To be focused on romance. You got to focus on other things, okay? So if it's the cop, we taking it to the cop looking at it like, well, I'm supposed to protect and serve and help you, but maybe we can throw some romance in. See, I got to turn it around to make it different for the cop. Okay? He picturing it a crazy love. The cop. But if it come down to her partner, if she had a partner or whatever, she was picturing a crazy love. Okay? So we have right here, it was some flip words to her. From her partner, if she had one, or from this cop. He is her partner back then. If they had some kind of misunderstanding, don't scratch me off, because he felt boxed in, maybe, because he had somebody else, maybe. But then, if we have right here, her and this cop, at the time she was murdered, she wanting this cop not to scratch her off. Don't hurt me, don't kill me, whatever she might be saying. I just don't know what she was saying. But she was boxed in. And she went through torment because his story is flimsy. Whatever he say is going to be flimsy. And you got to be able to see between it, family. Look at every detail. Because he's going to be trying to figure out how to work on this and get himself out of this. And maybe turn it around on her. Because God says that Miss Massey was a blessing, because they didn't even like her, right? So we have right here well, it's useless to fight about it. Let's just go out on the town. So if she had a love interest any kind of way, this card goes with making up if he had somebody else, if he had a common law person, or if she was a common law person and he had somebody on the side, however it goes, right? I don't know. Maybe she'll communicate with her love interest if she had one, some kind of way, and they're just going to make up and go out or have some fun. Will you fight for our love? Anything good like that? That's if she had one. So we got a person that's a Gemini, act like a Gemini, or air sign person that's half good, half bad. Like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, you get my drift. Either her love interest or one of the cops. Somebody. Okay, she had to pay attention to her dreams and her visions. Okay. Well, because she had her love interest, whoever that is, was petrified about his cabbage, his dough, his moolah, his money, his bread. His dough, his cash, his green. Or she was. Or this cop. Because he don't want to get fired, that means he don't get his money. He don't bring in the money. He don't bring in no money for his family. For his common law person he got, maybe. That he would have to fight for her love to keep her. Because he half good and he half bad. Maybe he got a female cousin that's older. Or she had one. But God says that she can't serve two masters, and we know that means the devil and God, right? But she can't serve two masters, and her storyline would be if she had like a person she loved, and then this cop flirting. That's two of them. And most of the time, men try to act like they're your master. Get what I'm saying? Okay. Well, we got the devil and God. Get what I'm saying? Two masters. Somebody trying to control. Let's just say. It was one more time for her guy to mess up with her. There's gonna be trouble. But with her and the cop here, person, her twin flame person, the love of her life here, him, whoever. But unless she didn't meet him yet, sometimes some of the storylines be where it ain't happened yet. But I feel like she know him already. So let's explore a little bit. With the cop over here, he might have been giving her one more time with whatever it was, and she was going to be in trouble. So we got the females, her person over here, whoever she had, her last person she had, or whoever this person is. It could be 2 years back, whoever he is. He need to close the blind to other females. So we got this cop over here. He needed to close the blind to other females and stop flirting with Miss Massey. Whoa, shoot. Wait a minute. Okay. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, I think that's all of them. So we have this one right here. Truest friends don't envy or hate each other. We got Mark and Anthony. They don't have to be the names, but we got two men, whoever they are, on the police force or friends with this officer here, this deputy, or people she know in general. truest friends shouldn't envy or hate each other. Somebody was taking her for a joke who popped up on her. And the cops popped up on her and they was taking her for a joke. They didn't take her serious when they got there. They didn't treat her decent. Or her ex, whoever he is, he popped up whenever he popped up because he didn't take her serious. Maybe that she ain't want him no more or whatever. I just don't know. Okay, stop the loss of children if she can. She is going to move fast on it. Just the loss of children any kind of way. To adoption, whatever, however it is with children. I'm yours. I recognize I'm yours. So we have this man recognize that Miss Massey is his, whoever he is, some man from the past or whoever he is, a guy. So we got this officer right here. I recognize I'm yours. This officer flirting. That's what it looks like. Because she ain't did nothing to this man. She ain't doing nothing to this man to be getting shot, period. Only thing I see is flirting. That's all I see. Okay, we got the raincoat and sunglasses. The raincoat simply means letting the feelings out. And the sunglasses mean that you don't want to see what you need to see. So with her love partner that she had back then, or whenever she had him, her actual love partner, he didn't see what he needed to see, or she wasn't trying to see what she needed to see, or feel what she needed to feel as far as emotions, or the person she was hooked to in romance, whenever that was. With this cop right here, him, this deputy, he wanted her to see what he wanted her to see, but she wasn't trying to see that. She is putting the glasses on to that. She don't want to hear nothing about you flirting and all this type of stuff to her. She didn't want to hear that. She didn't want to see that. She wasn't getting her emotions about that. That's something that she didn't want. But he wanted her to. Glancing at the moon, maybe at nighttime some kind of way. He saw her before outside. She saw him before outside. Or he wanted her to go out or whatever this is. Or she went out before with her partner over here before that she had. Or her partner wanted her to go out or whatever. Or wanted to see her again and fix things if they broke up or whatever this might be. She is all in her feelings about the situation or her partner or her ex-partner, whoever, or this cop here. Okay, she had to let it be her decision because her partner, her ex-partner, whoever wanted her to brush herself off, let bygones be bygones and let's start over again, anything like that. Over here with the cop, he wanted to brush himself off and let it be his decision, the decision he made as far as what he is going to do about he done flirted with her or whatever, and he don't want her to go tell him because he thought she was going to be sincere about doing it. And she's going to gather up everything to get started. But he's going to gather up everything to get started too. To figure out what is he going to do about it, because he needed it to stay a secret. And he's over there floating. Seemingly, Miss Massey was the best, God says right here. So, he wanted her to make up her mind because she is captivating, he felt like. Or her ex-love partner or whoever. Okay, don't be shelving your problems. It was a crystal layer hoop. He was shelving his problems, this officer. It was a crystal layer hoop. For Miss Massey giving in to him, but it was a crystal layer hoop for her with this officer here because he was at her house. That was not his home. She was at her home because sustaining shelter. He was at her home. Well, it was complicated for him to show her good. Or her love interest back then. Because she wanted love and treatment back then. Or her love interest wanted it back then. whenever back then was. It could be 2 years ago. I just don't know. It could have been last month. I just don't know. Okay, what as far as a love interest, whenever it was. But over here, if we dealing with the cops with this card here, he wanted loving treatment. But she wanted loving treatment, to be treated decent, because it's complicated for him to show her good, show her love, treat her decent. Because he had some kind of hang-ups going on. He wanted her to just respect herself, because he is in the wonderland of the lost souls. He a police officer. Follow me? That's the wonderland of the lost souls. Follow me? Okay, so the door rack, the scarf, so some kind of way she might have put something on the door rack, the scarf. So since we're going to use this for the pot, because they kept talking about she was reaching for a pot or had a pot. So this is hanging your scarf on the door rack. So we're going to say that she was going to grab the pot, anything like that. But the police felt like he wasn't going to allow the neglect of himself unless he thought she was going to go throw the water on him. I don't know what he was thinking. So he decided, here's your flowers. Get what it's saying? Here's your flowers. For her storyline, it means death. Get what I'm saying? Because he wasn't going to allow the neglect of himself. If he thought she was going to be, he might say self-defense. Because this is the door rack card and putting your scarf on it. So if she is reaching for a pot, anything like that, pot, he wasn't going to allow the neglect of him, because he looked at it as, oh, she's going to try to throw that on me. Here's your flowers. Get what I'm saying? That's a death card. Look, we're talking about a pot, and here's a pot. You can't see it good, but it says a melting pot, right? Come on and get to the melting pot, right? So we just going to say, I'm going to change it around for our storyline. She was trying to go over where the pot was, because it said come on, right? So she was trying to go over there to the pot. It wasn't melting. Maybe the water was boiling, anything like that. He was testing her, maybe putting her on trial, doing a bunch of talking and commanding or demanding or whatever was going on, maybe. But he also wanted to be on trial because pill drop effect. He gonna be going in treatment some kind of way. So he was on some kind of pill at the time. But that don't mean he don't know what he doing. That's the thing about it. People get this thing mixed up. They try to make it seem like somebody insane. Everybody ain't insane, people. People mean to do what they mean to do. They just evil. Everybody's not insane. Okay? So we have right here that chairperson. He needed to go in, not going fast, like a sailor. But he is going to be the chairperson of his own life and decide to do what he wanted to do. Because God says right here, he need to work on his problems, but not here, not there with Miss Massey. He had a problem. He took pills. So we got the police right here, sip and bite, sit down and talk. So we're going to take this with a love interest. If she had one or one from back then or whatever, who might wanted to come back, wanted to sit down and talk about things, sip and bite. That means sit down and eat something. Let's work on this. Get what I'm saying? Because she decided to be the chairperson in her own life when it came to a love interest she might have had back then or lately or whatever. So we have, you enjoy other men. You enjoy other men. But I want out. She is going to be doing God's mission without love making because This goes with your partner, whoever you got, enjoy other men, so you want out. So if her partner didn't enjoy other men, whoever this man is she liked, or whoever this man is back then, we're going to turn it around and say that she was going to, if he is talking to other ladies some kind of way, she needed to free herself up so she can just be free to talk to other men whenever it might have been. But she was going to do God's mission without lovemaking, not be making love to nobody or nothing like that, but just be free to talk to people, and that's just it. It just was going to be talking to people. It's like if you go out on a date or something like that, and that's all it is a date, sitting down eating, nothing else. But she needed to free herself up to be able to do that, because if this person liked other women or other men or whatever this is, she had to get out of that. So we have over here with this cop over here. She went out. You enjoy other men or went out. Okay, with this situation here, with the cop, he was with a partner or more than one of them, or whoever he had with him. And they was talking, communicating, so it was considered enjoying because they was communicating, but she wanted out of there. She wanted out of the situation. Because she wanted to do God's mission, or she was going to do God's mission without lovemaking. So to make it like go over here with the cop, it was going to be where she was going to be doing God's mission without lovemaking, just what it says, because if this cop was trying to come on to her, she's not going to be doing no lovemaking with this man, and she's going to be doing God's mission. It was faking this with somebody that she thought was adorable, whoever her person was over here, or ex-person was, or whoever this man is back then, some ex of hers. But it was fakeness with this cop also. Right? So we have, she got anxiety. She might have been blamed over here by her ex-partner, whoever. Or over here with the cop, she got anxiety, and she might have been blamed, or she might have got blamed. So it was 2 chances for her to be a star, God says. She had 2 chances to be a star. Over here and over here. She had 2 chances to be a star, and she was let down both times, look like. She was let down both times with whoever this is, and love, and over here. She was let down both times, look like here. He had 2 chances, God said, to be a star. She is trying to be a star over here and over here, but she is let down. So she is sowing a seed out of her pain with this person over here, whoever this was. And she is keeping it up, sowing the seed like God wants. Sow the seed, keep being decent, keep being nice. Get what I'm saying? Over here, she is sowing the seed, keeping it up, trying to get along, trying to be respectful the best you can. But she is dealing with a shark over here with this cop over here, this detective. Not detective, deputy. And over here with whoever this person was she is connected with, who was talking to somebody else. Talking to somebody else whenever. It could have been years ago. I don't know when it was. Okay, whenever it was. It's a man, though, that she had history with over here. Okay, so she had to walk into her destiny if it meant leaving him behind. I think he wanted to come back and try to fix things, though, right? But God wanted her to walk into her destiny with or without him, right? But over here with this cop, she might have saw this cop before, some kind of way. He might have been on the street before. He might have flirted before. I just don't know, right? Because it's the history card. She might have had history, some kind of way. If she saw this cop before outside, he might have saw her outside. It don't have to be, but it could have been. But he made her walk into her destiny because he murdered her. So we got energy. He took all her energy away. He was energy seeking. over here trying to keep this stuff together with this person over here. That was energy. This person took our energy too. So we got 31. Somebody could be 31. Child could be 4 years old, 3 years old, 1 year old. Let's just flow. I don't see nowhere where she did anything wrong to this man to kill her. He might try to say self-defense though. But I'll claim that it is self-defense. He was going to aim high enough and just enough. And that's what he did, to shoot her right where he shot her at. Because really, he shouldn't have been shooting up her head. Because really, she ain't had no weapon. I mean, really. If she went for a pot of water, what are they saying? She picked up a pot of water. Come on. That's all he had to do was move back from a pot of water. Come on. And only but so much water in the pot, it could drop on the floor. Just move back. When she went, if she was even trying to attempt to throw anything on him, that's all he had to do was move back, and the water would have landed on the floor somewhere. So really, that ain't enough to be killing somebody. So, you know, that's a flimsy story. Very flimsy. He aimed high enough and just enough. He knew just what he was doing. But she aimed high enough and just enough with this love interest. Whenever she had a love interest to try to make something work. So we have right here that she saw the cat, and the cat would be her love interest whenever she saw him. Whenever it was, a year ago, months ago, or whenever, some guy, wherever she lived. Over here, she saw the cat. The cop is the cat over here, because the cat is a man. Okay. She got pretty eyes. Not raisins and lollipops. She had to face it pure and straight with this love interest of hers, or that she used to have, or whatever. How things was, because I think he wanted to come back and try to fix it. Over here with this cop, she is trying to face it pure and straight. Not raisins and lollipops. So we have that what is this? She has a pioneer glasses. So we have, what is this? Number 6. 6 or something, I don't know. So we have, I want to change, but I worry about other people. Because God's saying right here with Miss Massey, with a love interest of whoever this is, an old love interest of whoever this is, an old love interest, current love interest of whoever it was. God's love interest. Who are you really? I worry about other people. To change, don't worry about other people. Over here, this officer, he worried about other people. He needed change. God said, who was he really? Because he over here flirting, but then he trying to act like he don't like black people or black ladies or whatever. I don't see a bunch of racist cards for him, but I definitely see more than one racial card. And that's one too many. She shouldn't believe in man's word, but only believe in God. Over here with a love interest. Or over here with the officer, because this officer was acting like he was God over here. So we have that. That's what happened on her journey over here and over here with the officer. So she wanted to know, she was observing to see if her whole love interest was genuine with her, as far as some guy, whoever he is, love interest. So if it was present, it was present. If it was a year ago, it was a year ago. Whoever it is, man or woman, or whoever her love interest was, I can't tell you that. Unless I see just a card that say he the whole time, you'll hear me say he, so I just don't know. Over here with this officer, I know it's a man because they show him on the TV, on the computer, so I know it's a male. She is absorbing, he was absorbing too. She was genuine, or he was her. Whatever, I don't know. So we had, at nighttime, it was some traveling at night, so I don't know when the cops was called in the daytime or nighttime or what at her house, I just don't know. But over here, it was traveling at night, maybe to her love interest, or her love interest to her, or over here with the cops, some kind of way the cops was traveling at night, some kind of way. Or she might have saw the cop before, at night before. Not that she know him, but she ran across him. It's just like me going outside and I run across somebody I saw before. I don't know him, but I saw their face before, anything like that. So he might have thought she had pretty eyes. We must talk, wanted to talk. Over here, maybe her love interest, she feel got pretty eyes. Or he felt she had pretty eyes and he wanted to talk. She lost herself, but no more with this love interest she had. It was okay to let him go. And she had to let him go and just go on about her life. It's okay to let him go, or her go, or whoever this is that was her love interest, right? Because a person gonna always know she loved the person, because she lost herself dealing with whoever this is, whoever that is. We here with this on my head. Live the best life by getting healed. She had to live the best life by getting healed as far as a love interest, for recovery for a brighter future, or God saying to the family, live the best life, family, mommy, sister, daddy, whoever she had, children, who all her family members, live the best life by getting healed, for recovery for a brighter future. And then we got this last card is what? Okay. So this person was a bureaucrat, this deputy, he's a bureaucrat, and he was doing some kind of drug. It don't have to be snorting. Some kind of drug he was doing. Pills or whatever. Or what they say on the card. And yeah, so over here with her love interest could have been doing something. He could have been a bureaucrat and he could have been doing some kind of drug. Don't have to be. Okay? But on both sides, no, not for him. Just go with the family. This is a family's card. So I'm going to end it with this for Miss Massey. I don't see Miss Massey did anything to this man. Period. You didn't hear me say anything she did bad to this man. Now, I put a lot of cards out. I think all these is Miss Massey's. I think I threw some. Is all these Miss Massey's? Yeah, all these Miss Massey's. Look. You didn't hear me. You didn't, I don't see the manslaughter card, right? He did kill her, though. Let me see. The mastermind card came out. So, I don't think he intentionally went off the storyline because God didn't bring out the manslaughter or the, God didn't bring out the manslaughter or the murder card. So, I don't think he intentionally went there to murder Miss Massey. But he did. Get what I'm saying? But the mastermind card is there that shows that he went there with some kind of intentions. And the intentions, the only thing I can see on the table is he went there to flirt. He went, and his plan was to flirt. And to mistreat and talk all kind of ways, probably. Not to murder her, though, because I don't see where it looked like he went to determine he was just going to just murder her. But he did do that in the process. Because if he had some kind of racial stuff going on and he on pills to go with it, all that adds to destruction. But you see what God says, that he felt restricted after a while because he done made a move he hadn't been making. So he probably gonna go on some kind of treatment here. Unless she used to be in treatment, I just don't really know her. I don't know. I gotta stay focused on him because I don't know what her life was like. Because he definitely was on something, no doubt about that. Anything can alter your thinking. Not that you don't know what you're doing, because you know what you're doing. The thing is, it just hypes you on up because, or he just knew what he was doing, period. You know, because he didn't want her to tell on him. He figured, well, maybe I can get away with this, but no. Maybe I can get away with this because all ladies, because he picking certain people, remember the card, so he picking certain people. Oh yeah, she'd take some money. She'd keep it hush hush. She'd take some money. She poor, she black, or whatever his mom was thinking, because the card came out. That's like a trafficking card, a job card. You're picking people from their color, their size, their weight, gay, straight, or whatever you're looking for. And that's what you was doing. So you had planned out, well, let me just see if I can just get away with whatever with her a little bit. Use her as my plaything a little bit. Throw her a little bit of money. No. She wasn't going for that type of stuff. And so you felt like your hands tied. You can't have her telling on you. Because there's a secret on the table. And I don't see where you raped or anything. Usually the rape card come out. But that ain't come out. So what would be the secret that you offer her money? She wasn't going with it. And you saw you didn't have a run over, a pushover as a woman. And you thought she was a pushover, walk over, and whatever you was thinking about her. And you felt like you just can't let her go free. You don't say that. I didn't see the sadistic card come out for you either. But you was wrong. You don't get to just shoot and take somebody's life away from them because of you don't want to get fired from your sorry job or whatever job you got. You don't get to take somebody's life away because you want new shoes. People just do all kind of craziness out here, taking somebody's life away because of all this stupid stuff. You don't want to get fired. Go get another job. You want to buy a bunch of things. You want to kill somebody. Go get a job. Oh, well, you don't want her to tell that you're cheating. Well, you shouldn't be cheating. Maybe you shouldn't be cheating then. Then you got people who getting other ladies pregnant and then they don't want the baby. The lady don't want to get rid of her baby, so you get rid of her and her baby. Well, you shouldn't have been cheating. You should have wore protection. I'm tired of people deciding they wanted to murder somebody because things ain't going like they wanted to go. You talking about somebody's whole life you taking away, not you taking off their clothes. You taking their life away. And most of these people just act like they fine with it. They just waltz around, act like it ain't a big deal. They just want to just live their life. Oh well, I just want to continue living my life. I don't think so. God says, I don't think so. No, that's not happening. Because this life, you're going to remember this life here. If you wake up seeing her face every time you wake up, going to sleep at night, God going to let you see her face. God going to let you see her face because you shot her and you saw her eyes. You saw her. You saw her eyes. You saw her eyes. You saw everything about her. Her family didn't because they wasn't there. You saw her though. God going to let you see that sight. The sight of her. God going to let you see the fear that was in her eyes or whatever it was about her. God going to let you see that. That's going to be like torture to you. Because God going to give you some feelings. If you don't have feelings, God going to give you some. If you think it was fine to just kill this young lady because of nothing, God going to give you some feelings. God going to make it and let you see how it is to feel. So let me just take 7 more and I'm going to call it. Felt like a score loser. Are you a church person? She might have been one. Let's say 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, look at the high. This is, I saw this earlier, this card. This one right here. This is her card though. She is confused. She called, she thought somebody broke in or something. That's what the news keeps saying. She thought somebody broke in. She is confused. She's feeling a certain kind of way. Confused, get what I'm saying? Maybe frightened, whatever she's feeling like. So what she did this, right? She got her phone for help, didn't she? Right? I saw this early when I was digging. So we have right here that she is at a place. So I don't know if she's in an apartment. I don't know if she's in an apartment building or a house. But some kind of area wherever she was that got a name. It could be apartment building or just an area wherever she was. Okay, you want to stamp your name on her and have money in the bank. That means you go do your police work. You write out whatever you write out. And that is money for you for that day. Right? Because she called because she was confused or whatever she was confused about, and that is she thought some intruder was in her house or anything like that. So we have right here that you came in, you talking, like I say, chatting up a storm, you running your mouth. It don't have to be nice words you saying, but it just means you talking. Enjoying on summer, but when this happened, July, summer breeze, summertime, right? Or you might have been in a car with your partner or whatever before you even went there. Some kind of way you felt like a score loser with something you was going through in your own life or with her. You was distant with her. She was distant from you. You felt like a score loser, or you didn't want to be a score loser, right? So you shot her. Or you was dealing with something as far as they don't have nothing to do with her, and you was a score loser. So we have right here that you felt like no more you want to be the score loser. I'm ready. So we have right here, this is a thesis, but I use it for the Bible. I use it for police paperwork, court paperwork, any kind of paperwork. You're going to be writing and putting in your paperwork because you feel like you and her was distant. She was over here, you was over there, or whatever was going on here, but you weren't going to be that score loser because you was already talking already, so whatever you're saying, chatting up a storm, whatever you're talking, you wanted to put have money in the bank. That means write whatever information down to get paid for that day because you went for her, right, when you went to her house, right? But she is confused or whatever was going on because she thought it was an intruder, remember? So what she did, get her phone for help and call, right? So she was, wherever she was, it wasn't this, these are examples, wherever she lived at, right? If she has an apartment, a building, put the title there, I don't know, the area. You felt like you're not going to be a score loser. She was distant, maybe apart over that side from you. So you felt like you was ready. No more. I ain't putting up with her no more. No more. I'm ready. Get what I'm saying? And you was going to do your paperwork. Get what I'm saying? You heard what I just said, right? You ain't going to be no score loser. So you was going to do what you was going to do. It ain't saying nothing about she did nothing wrong to you. The whole storyline, and I put out a lot of cards, it didn't say she did anything wrong to you. So what reason did you have to murder Miss Massey? But you weren't going to be a score loser because she already turned you down from you flirting. That's all I can see here, you flirting. I only see the murder card. That's what I'm saying. I don't see the manslaughter or murder. That let me know you ain't go there with plans to murder her, but you did murder her. get what I'm saying. So I'm going to take 10 more. I hear benefit of the doubt. Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, let's see what the benefit of the doubt. What benefit of the doubt that he gets, Lord. I'm going to see. I'm going to put them down as I got them. Let's see. And we're going to call it quits. Oh, shucks. Oh. Well, I'll get it. All over my feet, all over my feet. So we have okay, let's just go with wait a minute. Okay, let's just see. Okay, we have because the deputy do plenty of good, he shouldn't be kept up in his wrong by people, right? By the courts or anybody else, okay? Because he couldn't control himself in his own skin. She might like fashion. So we have right here that he is trying to make a pocket full at work. So we have right here that a time was set and mentioned. So a time was set and mentioned. I'm going to put where she called 911, and eventually maybe the 911 people on the phone might have told her that the police was coming in a minute or 5 minutes or whatever they might have said. He was animalistic, God says, whatever his name is. Two first and last name. Okay, so we have right here piling up. So a lot of money was spent. Piling up. That's like a tab, or that's like a tab, a ticket, or let's see. Take me out to dinner or play. So I love you, but not that much to be used. So I'm gonna put this over here with her old person. Whoever it is, whoever she might used to talk to or anybody like that, where a lot of money was spent because some kind of way she wanted to be taken out to dinner and not be used, anything like that, or old love interest or anybody like that, okay? But dealing with the cop over here, we're going to keep it this way. So she ended up in a funeral parlor because he's animalistic and he made it happen. Don't have to be New York or wherever they live at. So over here, on this side, if we put it over here, maybe her old love interest might have used some type of drug and need to go in drug treatment. Found some kind of sitting down at the table was discussed maybe to go in treatment, or her talking to her old love interest to let her old love interest know that he had to take her out, treat her good, and be good to her or whatever. Or maybe over here with the cop, some kind of way, some kind of discussion at the table going to be talked about at court or wherever. Or he was just talking period in her house or whatever this is. Oh, so keep your eyes on all the cards that you heard me say. Okay. He mentioned them coming. So with the cop, he mentioned them coming. So some kind of way somebody on the 911 or whoever, he or whoever mentioned them coming. That means the cops was coming. Or Miss Massey mentioned that they was coming. Maybe when she was talking to them, I don't know. Okay? or maybe with her old love interest, he mentioned he was coming. Something like that. So let's just take these since they're here. Let's just see. The cards all on the floor. Okay, so it's going to be this situation causes it to be a lawyer sitting down discussing at the table, because this deputy made it where Miss Massey, he was animalistic. He caused her to be in a funeral parlor. So time is going to be mentioned for him to sit down and talk to a lawyer, because circumstances causing it to be where he have to have a lawyer. Okay? So if her love interest was going to talk to her eventually about getting married to her right here, or he was married and he was going to get a divorce, anything like that. So we have we got this officer didn't want to be treated tender and sissified by Miss Massey, so he wanted to keep full range domination. Okay, so we have he was sensitive and he was in his emotions, but she is sensitive and in her emotions over here. Well, she was going to be once he talked about a ring. So we have right here, you're working too much. So some kind of way she might have worked a lot if she had a job. Maybe she had good work ethics. Or maybe her ex or whoever she had wasn't working on things hard enough, getting a job, keeping a job, or whatever this is, right? Won't want a relationship or whatever. If it was a relationship back then, now, or whenever she had it with some man or some person. Over here with the cops, it would be like he wanted to have good work ethics. Maybe they were saying something over and over to her some kind of way. You're calling too much. They might have kept saying the same thing over. They might have said it 3 times the same thing. They might have said, put the pot down. I don't know what they were saying. Unless she called 911 more than one time, I don't know. Other than that, it would be her and the officers. And he was going to have good work ethics. And good work ethics, what this officer is to shoot her, because that's what they trained to do, shoot people. But really, most of the time, they're not trained to shoot them in their face. But they do things like that, but that's not really how their training is. He needed to wean himself from a social skill, because thoughts were spinning in his mind. It was repercussions. I'm sorry, yeah. He spent the tables around on her. It was repercussions. He needed to wean himself from a social skill. What we have over here with her love interest, whenever she had one, needed to wean herself from a social skill. And it was repercussions because she spent the tables around, or the person did. And shortly, she was going to another place, leaving, or her love interest was leaving, or over here with this officer. Shortly, he was leaving, going to another area or whatever. Because going to jail, he might go to another area as far as jail. Or he was going to move, period. Or she was moving, or whatever this is. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. So he didn't go there intentionally meaning to just murder her, because none of those cards came out. But he did, and that's the thing about it. He did, because you know when you shoot somebody, you know it could kill somebody. You already know that. You know what it does. So when you shoot somebody, your intentions is to murder them. Now, if you shoot them in their leg, you can shoot somebody in their leg, depending on, I guess, where it hit or whatever, and it could actually kill a person. in the arm or whatever's going on. They go through their arm and go through their chest or whatever happens. All kind of stuff happens. So you know when you pull out a gun, you know what it does. That's why you pull it out. You know just what it does. So inside, you might didn't have intentions when you was going there to actually kill her. But once you was in there good, you had intentions because that's what you did. For whatever reasons. But like I said, the only thing I see on here is you're skirting. Because she did nothing to you. But be black. And be beautiful. That's all I can say. And say no to you. And that wasn't acceptable to you. Okay, this is the Bracelet 1 here with Tarot 9 here on YouTube. This is a video for Miss Sonya Massey, 36, who was murdered by a deputy in her own home when she is calling for help. And they turn around and murder her instead. When really she calling for help. So God put the card out. He is posing this what he wasn't. Because he's supposed to have been peace. She was calling for help. Help, peace, that goes together. But he is posing as what he wasn't. While she was seeking refuge. She is in her home seeking refuge. God wants justice, and God going to get justice for this life, because God going to make sure you remember this life. If you never took anybody else's, God going to make sure you remember this life. You're going to wake up seeing her. You're going to go to sleep seeing her. You're going to see how she was looking when you pulled that trigger. Before you pulled it and after. Because people gotta realize, people want their lives like you want yours. I don't know what it's going to take for people to realize that. People just kill people like they mashing a roach on the floor. I don't know what it's going to take for people to see that people's lives are valuable. But God will make sure you remember this life that you took. See you in the morning. See you when you wake up. See you at night. Usually when somebody died that I know, a relative, anybody died, a relative, I gotta say, somebody close, a relative, during the time period that they not buried yet, I see them when I wake up and I see them when I go to sleep. When I go to sleep, it fades out because I'm sleeping. As soon as I wake up, it's like reality hit. It's like they right in my mind. As soon as I open my eyes, when I go to sleep, it comes to me again. It be like that. God gonna have it where you see her when you go to sleep and see her when you wake up. The look on her face before she was shot and murdered, and after when she was laying on the ground or wherever she was laying on the floor. Because she was calling for help. When you calling for help equal murdering somebody? That don't go together. That's with doctors and abortion. It don't go together. They supposed to heal and help save lives, but they killing babies. It don't go together. Get my drift. This the Bracelet 1 here with Tarot 9 here on YouTube.